Hi guys, this is your friendly neighborhood yawning cat, and we are here with the single mom, brain farts. We are here with the amazing, the wonderful, the 16 and pregnant LP. Oh my god, I just had the worst brain farts ever. Anyway, Annie is grabbing a little relaxing bath because she was feeling sick throughout the entire night. She actually got up, puked in the middle of the night, went back to sleep. So she's grabbing a little bath really early in the, could you say morning if it's 3 a.m.? She's going to grab some pancakes later. And Devin is making some delicious BLT. He's making a family size. He's just, up when she's up. They both rested throughout the night. They're probably going to grab a nap before they go to school today. But after they're, woohoo in the lighthouse and after they're hanging out with some other teens, their relationship has been doing fine. It's been fine, It's not like there has been a huge change. It's definitely not like that, but we are not going to go to the nightclub, Dad. We're not going to the nightclub. They've been doing fine. They haven't been fighting or anything. There was a couple of arguments when, Devin made some food and Annie grabbed something from the food cart and he was like, we don't have money for this. You should be eating what I make. You should be glad about it. But, it's just those minor fights that all couples have about the little things. It doesn't really matter. They recovered from those fights really fast, and it's not like anybody gets insulted, but they do have, issues with money, and they do have some problems. But no couple is perfect. No marriage is safe from conflict. No relationship is safe from conflict, really. And the thing is, they're getting through this. They are hanging out. They're having fun. They're living together. They're getting through it. Devin actually got a promotion, guys, just so you could see. He's a high school B student. That's one of the things. And the other thing is he is now a fast food employee, level 2. He's a fry cook. And next promotion is food service cashier. So he might be moving up to the cashier level of his career, which is pretty exciting. Do we have anything to wash? I think he left his dishes here, so we're going to clean that up. And we're going to grab a little nap on the couch. We lit the fire. They're basically warming themselves up with some, they're buying coal and stuff, and they're just and wood pieces from like the market, because it's a little bit cheaper than having to use the heating that comes with from San which reminds me that I should probably put radiators somewhere here, just for the look of the city. And she's going to grab a little nap on the bed as well, just so she could, rest a little bit before work. And afterwards, she's going to read some parenting volume level 1 book, because she did invest in it. She is, waiting for a child to arrive into both of their lives, and she wants to be as prepared as they come. And he wants to do some extra credits, so we're going to let him do that. We're going to let him scale, up in that school thingamajig. We want him to succeed. And he's going to send a little, he's not going to chat, but he is going to send a text to Marina, and he's going to tell her how much he has enjoyed hanging out with her and how much he's hoping, to see her at school and, maybe at that big football game that they're having tonight. And, he might want to, see her perform as a cheerleader and stuff. And he's just writing that, it would be really cool to see her. And they are getting a little bit too friendly for my liking, but Annie doesn't know, and therefore Annie isn't bothered because she, she wouldn't know any better. Do we have auto lights on all lights? Hopefully we do. Well, anyway. They're going to nap a little bit more. We might make Devin make some sack lunch, which would be amazing. So we're going to make some veggie and hummus sandwiches we're gonna make 2 of those, and he can go and make those just so they would have some nom noms, at school, especially since Annie is pregnant and her hunger is off the scale, off the charts lately. He feels like, it's his parental, as the father of their unborn child, he feels like it's his duty to take care of, her and the baby. And I feel like a lot of the tension that is happening in their relationship right now is because Devin is sort of doing this because he feels a sense of duty. But I'm not sure that that's enough to keep them going at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like they're going through the motions in this relationship. And Devin is trying to do, the right thing by her and stuff like that. It basically feels like they are doing the right thing, but it's not necessarily like their relationship is based on, mutual agreement and love. It's more like they feel kind of forced into this. And I don't know how long this will last if that's the thing that's holding them together. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are couples that are built on plans that are like mutual plans for the future, and basically love and the commitment to stay in a relationship together and build the future together. And for Devin and Annie, it's more like, well, I don't see a big deal. I guess we could do this. I think I could be a great father. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. There's a lot of that sort of theme coming through with Devin, so it feels like he's doing the right thing by Annie, but he's not so sure if this is the one thing that he wants to do. And that expression on his face right now is exactly that. It's like, why am I even here? Like, it was so much easier when I could just, stay at my mom's place and she would do everything, and I didn't have to grow up so fast. And I feel like that's another thing, that these two are shoved right out of their natural element. And for Annie, it's not that big of a deal because she's Annie, because she deals well with pressure and she has gotten through a lot of tough times in her childhood. She had to deal with a lot of stuff as a kid. And so it's not that complicated for her to juggle, the responsibility and the money problems and the school and everything. It's not that bad for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't feel as overwhelmed as Devin is feeling. And they're both going to go to school. And I did change their outfits just a little bit. You might notice it. I didn't change their style overall, but I did give them some, Parenthood stuff, expansion pack. Parenthood, why am I saying Parenthood? Cats and Dogs expansion pack stuff. I also added some stuff into the apartment, but I think you have seen it already. Maybe you haven't. I think I added them when we started playing. Well, anyway, either way, I wanted to give them, a couple of things that they could use from some other stuff packs, I guess. Okay, less ranting, cat, and more playing. So they're going to go off to school, and we're going to rejoin them once they come back. But one thing that I want to show you, and I am going to reset it to number 1 speed just so it wouldn't complicate my life. I am going to show you one thing. So Annie has met somebody new at school. She has met Damien Kim. Now, he lives in the neighborhood. He lives in this apartment building right here with his dad, single dad, in fact. Just like Kyle's dad, really. But, Kyle has a little brother in addition to being, there with a single dad. But Damien is all by himself. He only has his dad. And he's sort of, like the bad boy at school. But that's basically his persona in a lot of ways. Because a lot of people don't really try and get to know Damien better. Simply because he's, that kid. He's that outcast. He's that single dad who works in questionable workplaces doing shady deals sort of guy, and everybody treats him as lesser than other kids because of his father's background, and because he's sort of an outcast, he started to act like an outcast. But Annie, being, Annie, took the chance on him, and she did introduce herself to Damien, and they got to chatting, and they had some deep conversations, and she feels like it could be a great friendship between those two. She feels like Damien is the sort of guy that would really click well with her, because he's, that kind of guy. He went through a lot of stuff, and he knows what it feels like to be an outcast, just as Annie's becoming an outcast at school. She has a few, close friends, and she does know some kids at school, but a lot of the other kids are shaming her and sort of pushing her aside because, she's a teenager and she's pregnant, and everybody says that her parents threw her out of her place, and they don't know the real story, but they're talking a lot of smack, like they're saying, oh, you couldn't even live with your parents because your parents kicked you out because you're such a horrible daughter, and how could you do such an irresponsible thing and get pregnant while you're still a teenager and you've got your entire life ahead of you. And Annie is just feeling like, my mom was a single mom and people said she couldn't do it, but she built a career, she got a husband, she found a husband, she built up her relationship with my biological father. She freaking repaired her bad relationships with the woman who then married my biological father. She raised me. She's raising twins now. And my mom is an inspiration to me. She's done so many things all by herself. How dare you say that, I am any different from that, or that I can't do this, or that I am somehow responsible. But she basically isn't going into any conversation with, those kinds of people. She's not really giving them, the benefit of feeling like, they have influence on her life. So she's trying to be just really calm about it, and she will have to pay the bills, so we're gonna do that when she comes back from work. And yeah, it's basically she feels like she's being pushed aside into the group of other kids, and Devin feels really frustrated about that. He feels like he shouldn't be in a position where he has to constantly tell people, no, this is what happened, this is the reality of things. He feels like he has to explain a lot of stuff to a lot of people about the situation that they're in, and he feels really overwhelmed by the fact that he has to justify his lifestyle, and choosing to live as a teen in an apartment, paying rent, working, after school so he could make do for his future family. And he feels like he has to make a lot of excuses, and the more excuses he says, the more it feels like that's what it is. It's just an excuse. It's an actual problem, and he should be doing something to get out of the situation, but he doesn't feel like he can. Either way, we're gonna have Annie grab some leftovers when she comes back from school, and we're gonna have Devin go out with Marina, and maybe we're gonna grab, Lori, Max. We're gonna grab a couple of other teens, and we're gonna go out just to sort of relax. He has informed Annie that he just needs some, time off. He needs some time to relax and to just chill, and he needs to get out of the house, and Annie is giving him the space because she's realizing that as a teenager he is giving a lot of his time devoting himself to this family and her, and for supporting her, and he just feels like he has to do a lot of stuff for the family, and Annie wants him to rest a bit from that. So Damien has a school project, and so does Annie. Annie is actually mortified, so oh my goodness, I hope nothing bad happens to her. I am going to save the game once again. I'm going to save it, just so she wouldn't, just in case she dies, I can just go back. Okay. Well, hopefully she won't die. Okay, wait. We're going to trash all of this. Okay. So they both got some class projects, which is cool. She's, going to grab some food, and then she's going to start working carefully on the project afterwards. And Devin is going to make his way out and about. Did she pay the bills? Yeah, she did. Okay, so he's gonna travel. Okie dokie. So the gang is here, and oh my goodness, Lori does have a bit of a breakout going on right now. And Mrs. Popular Chick Marina is here, and something is still glitching with her face, and I don't know what that's about, but hey, I can't do squat about that. Max Morales is also here. So the gang, the squad is here. And I guess we could order something if the barista was working. So we're going to go inside all together. This is the South Square coffee shop, I think. That's what it's called. Anyway, it's from Get Together. They went to Windenburg. And I'm wondering if he could take it out here. Okay. He can't really work with other people on it, which... it's kind of disappointing. They could have done it. But they are going to do homework together. That's what they're going to do. Wonder if he could have sat at a different table, but hey. Okay, so they're all going to do their homework. Where did she go? Where did Marina go? Hello? Oh, Marina's outside. I'm working here. Oh my God, Salim is the barista. Oh, hi. Hi, hello. Are you going to work today? I wonder if he will. Okay. Okay, dokie. So, oh my God. Max is just being, the childish guy that he is. He's just playing around with his little toy. And I feel like Devin is going to he's going to complain about everything. He's going to complain about everything to Max. And he is going to tell him, there is so much going on right now in my life. And there's just so much complicated stuff with Annie and everything. And I guess what I want to say is, what do you think I should do about, this whole situation? Like, what would you suggest? What do you feel is the best way to go about, my frustration and everything that's going on, and the fact that I'm kind of sort of into Marina? So let's just say that he, complained about everything, and Max is basically saying, well, tough stuff happens, and you need to really think about, how your actions are going to affect other people, and you should really, really think about whether or not, doing anything with some other girl is really going to solve the issue, because I don't feel like the issue is, Annie. I think it's your attitude about stuff that is the real issue. And, obviously Devin isn't really satisfied with that offer. So what he's going to do, he's going to just sort of, vent to Marina. Why is everything so glitchy? Okay, we're going to reset him once again. Okay, so he is going to... Okay, he's going to complain about problems to Marina. Go talk. Okay. And she's just like, well, I get it. There's a lot of stuff to be stressed about. Like, I'm living all by myself because my parents don't want me around. And Devin wants to know more about her because of this, because he doesn't understand how somebody could just shove their own child out of their house because they don't feel like they want to hang out, around their kid and everything. And could they all order stuff? They can't, right? Okay, I guess he's going to order a drink. That's cool. Okay, and Marina decided to just make him a little bit, happier. She made him laugh about stuff. And because she wants to lift his spirits up. And he's really happy about that, because he really hasn't had a good laugh in a while. And Lori's just joining them with some perfect pre-work shot. And Devin just sort of casually asked her if she's pregnant. And Lori is kind of being a good friend for Devin, and she's stepping in because she doesn't feel like this should be happening. Whatever this is, it shouldn't be happening between these two, but it is. So he's gonna discuss interests with Marina. He's going to have a deep conversation with Marina, and everything got canceled. Great. He's going to tell her a funny story. He's going to ask about her day. Obviously, please chat. I don't know why this game is being so glitchy today, but hey, it's just the way it is. Okay. So he's chatting with her, and Lori's just sitting there, and she's like, come on, dude, don't ignore me. Start talking to me. This cannot be happening. This shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be focusing on this girl right now. She's not your girlfriend. She's not, the mother of your child. You have a lot of stuff going on in your life, but this should not be happening. And she's just sitting there awkwardly like, why? I get it. I mean, look at Marina. I mean, she is one, she's a hot babe. For a teenager, she is a hot babe, and Devin doesn't know any better. He's just a teenager himself. So he is going to whisper to her about a crush. Okay. And Lori won't hear anything. She doesn't know what's going on. She's just thinking to herself, why isn't Annie here, and why is Devin here all by himself? And, she doesn't know the answer to that. So all she can do is just ask herself these questions. And he's going to tell her about a crush. And he is basically telling her that she is his crush. And I feel like she is super excited to hear that. She's like, oh my God, really? That is so funny because I have had a crush on you for so long. And he is going to compliment her appearance, and he is going to flirt the heck out of it. He's just going to start this flirty, conversation with her because they just became good friends, and she is close, and he wants to tell her how he feels about her. And she is a girl who's very lonely, who from the outside, she looks like she's this perfect girl with a perfect life, and she's popular and all the kids like her, but in reality, she has a lot of stuff going on that other people don't know about, and Devin is the one person who does, and that makes him stand out from the bunch, and that makes him so much more important and stuff. And she's just accepting his flirtation because she's desperate, she's lonely, and Devin is the kind of guy that she has really, really liked for a really long time, and she actually felt jealous of Annie, a girl that she never thought she would be jealous of. She was jealous because Annie had Devin, and she has no one really. She hasn't had anybody for a very long time. She has actually dated a teacher before, but that was a scandal of her own life that only her parents knew about and the principal knew about, and nobody else knew. And right after he, embraces her, if there will be any of that sort of chatting, and also he is flirty as heck because he had some titillating banter. Coy smiles and flirtatious jokes have set the tone for romance. And he's just basically feeling it. He's feeling a deep connection with Marina. And for a lot of part, I think it's because... What is he doing? Oh, he's complimenting her appearance. Okay. So I think for a big part, it's because he has... what was I talking about? I feel like it's a deep connection because he feels like he was pressured into being with Annie because of her pregnancy, and now he is not pressured into this relationship. It's just a pretty girl and him, and he wants to do, more things than just talk to her. So he is going to hold her hands. Do it. Just do it. Okay, he's going to take her hands and he's going to say, you know what, I feel like, we have something really real, something very, very exciting, and I would want to take it somewhere else, somewhere more quiet, somewhere more private, And I will definitely want to do that next time that we see each other. Oh my god, she blew him a kiss. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Devin has a kiss blown to him by Marina, and she's not even holding back. He is going to give her an embrace and whisper into her ear, telling her that they should definitely meet up over the weekend and do something together. Do something a little bit more romantic and a little bit suiting for how they feel about each other. So he is going to go home. He's going to quit the embrace, and he's just going to leave. He's going to make his way home to, his proverbial ball and chain, because right now he feels like Annie is just that, like a person that he's forced to be with. Okay, so he came back home, and he's fixing up the toilet because it broke down, and he's basically back to his, routine. Annie's just here watching a movie. Did she do her homework? No, she did not. And she did not start working on her project, so that's what we're going to do. Later, she's going to grab some sleep, and she's not really, going to... She's not even confronting Devin about being out really late. She understands that he needs some time, alone with his friends. And she's giving him everything because that's what she learned from her mother. It's that you need to give your partner space when they need space. And you just need to be there for them. But it's not your duty to pry, and she knows from her mother's experience that, a partner for life is going to be there no matter what. And they're going to show up and support you at the right time, at the right moment. And right now she feels like, there's not a lot that she needs from Devin. All she needs is him. And if he needs some time alone, that it is her duty as a partner of his to give him just that. And he's going to pound on that door and really complain to his neighbors about the fact that they are just being super, super noisy. He's going to complain, and then he's going to take care of his needs, grab some leftovers, and he's going to go to sleep after, he can, because he's done fighting with Aaron. And Devin right now, sitting on the toilet, is thinking about, the night that he went out with Annie, and they went to the lighthouse, and he promised to be a better boyfriend to her. And right now, I feel like what he's thinking is that no matter what he promises or what he's willing to give her, it's just not enough right now. Because what he needs is to be a teenager. Like, he wants to feel, rush of love. He wants a carefree relationship. He wants to have his teenagehood back. And no matter what promise he has made to Annie, the fact remains he needs to be true to himself, and he needs to do right by himself. And I feel like that's why Marina is so exciting to him, because she's a teen, he's a teen, they both have problems, and they're both each other's escape, And Annie is just this, cute little kid that for some reason happens to be, because of chance, she's pregnant, and now they're stuck together. At least that's how Devin feels. And so I guess we're going to end it right here. Not going to talk anymore. I mean, this is a very developing story. I did not expect for the Marina and Devin thing to happen. But once I created her and I plopped her down and they went out, and I saw how Devin and Annie are they don't have time to talk right now when they live together. Devin works, he comes back home, he sleeps, he does his homework, he goes back to school. They have a couple of days to hang out, but during those days, she's, throwing up in the bathroom. She's complaining about her morning sickness. She's requesting, can you make me a sandwich? Could you make me some pancakes? I'm feeling the cravings. And he is just a kid. From Devin's perspective, he's just a kid, and it's a lot to ask from a kid to be a grown-up at his age and to do all of these things and have a relationship that's more domestic than romantic, So Marina is sort of his escape, and I didn't think it would happen, but it kind of felt natural that that's where Devin would drift. So if you've got any ideas, any suggestions, write them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you like where it's going, if you like the drama and everything, then be sure to click the like button. And if you're watching this and you're not yet a member of the fam, then do join in and subscribe to my channel, because we are a big fam and we are super, super awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!